Hello, Arika here with the Singapore Screamers. How are we doing? Now, the time is upon us. Week 2 of UNPL is finally here. It's another chance to prove ourselves as SS ranked battlers. Our opponent this week is Cole, and I will say we have quite the matchup on our hands. Cole is an amazing player, and they have threats like Kyurem, Valiant, and Metagross on their side, which certainly won't make it easy. They also have Landorus and Crackerbolt, which can really snowball if I don't give them enough attention. Their lower tier mons are also really scary with Braviary History and Pyro, as well as Goldfish, that can all neutralize my threats as well. So, for this week, we're gonna start strong with our boy, the Wheel of Fortune, Cryogonal. Now, Cryogonal is a special wall, and is here to switch into special attacks and to hazard clear with Rapid Spin. With its speed here, it naturally outspeeds Jolly Crackerable. It's holding the heavy duty boots so it can come in so that it can come in without getting chipped down by rocks. It runs Freeze Dry, so it has a powerful Ice type move which can hit Landorus as well as Crackerbolt, and it also has Ancient Power to hit Kyurem and Pyro, which has not yet Terra. There's also the chance that it can Omni Boost from Ancient Power, and we can go crazy from there. We are also running Recover Cryogonal so that we have a little bit of longevity. Now with Cole's threats, it's most likely going to be a war on both fronts, both physical and special. There are a lot of mons on their team which can run mixed offense like Valiant as well as Kyurem. So for that, we need the defensive god himself, Toxapex. I don't really need to talk a lot about Toxapex. It's a defensive stalwart that can eat hits, inflict poison status, and stall opponents out with Toxic and Baneful Bunker. It's running Pyapa Berry here, so you can take psychic attacks from Braviary as well as Valiant and be just fine. It's Terra Grass in this case. Oh, I forgot to mention that Cryogonal is Terra Electric here, so that it can Terra and lose its Ice weakness. Well, back to Toxapex. We can also Terra Grass Toxapex alternatively to lose our ground weakness, so we have a better matchup against Kyurem or stuff like Metagross. Though of course you have to look out for Crackerbolt after we Terra, because Bravebird could go crazy. Now I think the interesting thing about this Toxapex set is the fact that we're running Hex. Now, even with Toxapex's low special attack, if the enemy is statused, Toxapex can still do considerable damage. Now, Kyurem and Metagross, if they're burned, if they're paralyzed, they can't just sit on Toxapex anymore and set up. Now, coming off the bench is the 3-headed dragon, the Dragon from Hell, Hydreigon. This Pokemon complements Toxapex really nicely with its immunity to both ground and psychic, and it's also resistant to electric, helping to cover Toxapex's weakness. It's a mixed attacking set, with enough special attack EVs to one-hit KO Kyurem with Jacomedia, always. And it runs U-turn for momentum, Earthquake for big damage, and okay, this should be changed. It's not Dual Wing Beat anymore, it's Crunch. It's Crunch for Braviary as well as Metagross. We run Scarf here, and with our speed EVs, we are always faster than Kyurem, even when it's +1. So this is like my check to Kyurem if it goes crazy. Now we have our star of this week's team. It's our one and only mascot Screamtail, as it reprises its role in our team. This time, however, Scream is an offensive option with Choice Band. Now, if you recall from the matchup, you'll see that a lot of my opponent's roster doesn't really appreciate Snap Fairy attacks. And, well, Screamtail also has a really good speed here in this matchup. With enough speed EVs to outspeed timid Landorus naturally, it can hit back with Ice Punch before it can even take a move. Before Landorus can even take a move. And even with that, right, even if Landorus comes in and attacks us with like Choice Scarf, we are EV'd such that we always survive a Sludge Wave. It's really good. Let's see. Play Rough is for Valiant, mainly, but not many things on the team really appreciate Play Rough. Drain Punch is for normal types like Pyro and Tauros, which could potentially come in on the switch-in, and this also gives us a means of recovery. Now, after we review that Screamtail is an offensive option, the opponent may try to play around the fact that it's running Choice Band to get momentum on their side. And that's where Baton Pass comes in, so that we can get momentum on our side. I know Cole is a player which makes very good switches, and so Baton Pass here is something that I think will aid us greatly. Now, our entire roster has a pretty bad matchup, and that matchup is to Metagross. And as a stopgap, we Rotom Mow to deal with that. Will-O-Wisp from Rotom Mow can help cripple Metagross, and hence enable a Toxapex 1v1 versus Metagross, which has higher odds in our favor. Our defense investment and our HP investment to Rotom Mow also allow us to survive 2 Ice Punches after Lefty's recovery from Metagross, so we can always switch in burn, and then get out. Also, we hold on to Discharge so we can have a good stab electric move, which can hurt a lot of things on our team and also has a high chance of inflicting paralysis. This is especially good for Braviary. Leaf Storm is also another way to do damage against stuff which is immune to electric, like Landorus. Volt Switch is there for momentum as well as a good clickable spammable electric move. Now our last member, but certainly not least, is our Magma Toad Heatran. It's back again for week 2, and I think it's a solid option as a switch in to do good damage. With Air Balloon, even its usual 4 times weakness to ground can be circumvented, it can be worked around. Flame Body and Lava Plume gives me a good chance of burning things, and even if Rotom doesn't manage to burn metagross, we can try with Heatran. Magma Storm gives me a good trapping option to remove threats. I guess, for example, Quillfish, I don't want to set up hazards too much. I can have Magma Storm it, get it stuck there, make sure that it only stacks that amount of spikes, then come in Cryogonal later, for example. Earth Power is good ground coverage because their team doesn't really appreciate ground type attacks. And Stealth Rocks is always good because entry hazards are going to be huge against Cold, which I've said before, it's a player who really likes to make good switches. Alright, and that's the team. Special thanks this week goes to Nick, Blobby, and DJ for all the mocks that we did. Hopefully, I won't let you down, and hopefully we can continue our streak of our wins. This is Arika, coach of the Singapore Screamers, and hopefully with this roster we have made, we can be SS rank battlers. See you in the battle.